Good afternoon, distinguished professor, researchers, and participants. My name is Michellyn Harly from Venus University. We have an honor to present our research entitled Assessing and Bridging the Readiness Gap in Palm Oil Digital Transformation. Indonesia is the world's largest producer of palm oil, contributing approximately 58% of global palm oil production. The country has around 16.8 million hectares of palm oil plantation, producing approximately 45.5 million tons of crude palm oil annually, with export reaching 23.47 million tons. The palm oil industry plays a vital role in Indonesia's economy. It is one of the country's largest export commodities, generating substantial foreign exchange and support the livelihood of millions of people, particularly smallholder farmers. However, despite its economic importance, the industry faced increasing pressure to comply with international sustainability standards. One of the most significant regulation is the European Union Deforestation Regulation, or we can say AUDR, which requires exported product to demonstrate transparency, traceability, and proof that they are not associated with deforestation. To address this challenge, blockchain technology has gained considerable attention because it provides secure, transparent, and immutable record across the supply chain, allowing stakeholders to trace product from plantations to end customer. Nevertheless, although blockchain offers significant potential, its implementation in Indonesia's palm oil industry remain limited, especially among smallholders, who account for a large proportion of palm oil production. Many still rely on manual record keeping, have little digital literacy, and face infrastructure constraints. Therefore, before discussing blockchain adoption, it is essential to understand whether the industry is digitally ready for this transformation. This research was conducted to assess the current readiness of Indonesia's palm oil industry and identify strategies to bridge the digital readiness gap before implementing blockchain technology. The objectives of this research are first, to assess the readiness of Indonesia's palm oil industry, particularly among smallholders, for blockchain adoption. Second, to identify strategies that can bridge the digital readiness gap. To achieve this objective, we employed a qualitative research approach. We conducted semi-structured interviews with five key stakeholders, including plantation managers, plantation owners, consultant, general managers, and representative from the smallholder palm oil farm union. The interview data were analyzed using ambiguous analysis, following by a SWOT and TOS analysis to formulate practical strategies. Our finding indicates that the main issue is not blockchain technology itself. Instead, the biggest challenge is the lack of digital readiness among smallholders. We identify the four major themes. First, transparency and traceability, where supply chain data remain fragmented. Second, technological readiness, showing unequal digital capabilities between large companies and smallholders. Third, implementation challenge, including limited infrastructure, high implementation costs, and low digital literacy. And finally, blockchain opportunities, highlighting blockchain's potential to strengthen transparency once the necessary digital foundation is established. These findings suggest that successful blockchain adoption depends on improving digital readiness before implementing advanced technology. To better understand the readiness gap, we summarize the response of all the interview participants. First, when we ask how plantation activities are currently recorded, most respondents explain that the records are still made manually and communicate through WhatsApp, making data fragmented and difficult to verify. And the second, regarding the main barrier to blockchain adoption, respondents consistently mention limited digital literacy, indicate infrastructure, and the absence of integrated digital system. Third, when discussing traceability, stakeholders explain that independent smallholder often sell through multiple intermediaries before reaching the mill. This creates significant challenge in tracing product origin. Fourth, when we ask whether farmers are ready to adopt digital technology, most respondents agree that the readiness is varies. Farmers who participate in corporate tend to be more prepared, while many others still require training, continuous assistance, and greater awareness of the benefit of digital technology. Overall, this interview clearly indicates that the industry primary challenge lies in digital readiness rather than the blockchain technology itself. Based on this finding, we propose Bina Sawit as a practical solution. Rather than implementing blockchain immediately, Bina Sawit serves as a bridge toward blockchain adoption. The reason is simple. Blockchain remains reliable and consistent digital data. However, many smallholders still rely on manual record and have limited experience with digital systems. Therefore, Bina's how it helps farmers gradually digitalize plantation activities, improve digital literacy, and create standardized digital record. The application includes several key features, such as digital plantation record, traceability information, educational micro-learning modules, market information, and offline synchronization for areas with limited internet connectivity. Once this digital foundation has been established, the collected data can be later integrated into a permission blockchain, enabling a more transparent, secure, and trustworthy palm oil supply chain. In conclusion, blockchain has significant potential to improve traceability, transparency, and sustainability with Indonesia palm oil industry. However, our research demonstrates that the primary challenge is not the blockchain technology itself, but the digital readiness gap, particularly among smallholders. To address this issue, we propose a gradual digital transformation through Bina Sawit, which prepares farmer before blockchain implementation. Finally, successful adoption requires collaboration among government, industry, cooperatives, and smallholders, supported by digital infrastructure, capability building, and appropriate policies. We believe this gradual approach will create a more inclusive and sustainable pathway through blockchain adoption in Indonesia's palm oil industry. Thank you very much for your attention. We welcome any question and discussion.